following podcast is recorded and produced by Emerge, a media creators co-op, in affiliation with the network at bicbb-radio.com.
Welcome back to Tee It Up with Crowley. I'm here, Crowley Monster, ready to talk it up with some of my favorite people. Today
Wait a minute, Crowley.
Phil Buffoni. How you doing, my friend?
What are you doing? You've hijacked our show.
Well, no one was sitting in the chair, so I just thought that I better, I just wanted to take a crack at podcasting.
Well, we got here a little late, and you just hijack our show and take it over. We're waiting on Cindy. Cindy will be here in a few minutes, and you came right in and took it right over, Crowley.
And the problem with that is?
Well, I got to tell you, it's nice to see you, but
well,
I didn't think that you were a show and a scene stealer, but you are, huh?
I mean, I won a whole darn film competition, so I think I could sustain a podcast for a little bit.
You did win a film
Yes,
competition.
I did.
You did win the film competition.
Yes, I did.
The 48-hour, the Buffalo 48-hour film project.
All by myself.
That's correct. You won it all by yourself.
That's right.
Oh, my gosh. And so you just came in and took over our show.
Started talking.
And you are
I told Rich to start rolling the cameras, and he did it. He obliged. And now I'm going to be viral.
Oh, my gosh. Crowley. So what brings you to Niagara Falls? Just to take over our show?
You bet.
Oh,
why else would anyone else come out to Niagara Falls?
Well, maybe.
It's not like you guys got any nice sights or anything.
Maybe the falls, but you just came to take over, tee it up.
You bet I did. That's the real tea.
Oh, my gosh. You are such a scene stealer.
Aw.
You are a scene stealer. So, tell us.
Yeah.
You won the Buffalo 48-hour. What was the name of the film you guys did?
Sounds like someone didn't do their research, huh?
Well, you took over. Usually it's right in front of me. You have my laptop and everything all, like, you hijacked everything.
Let's see. It looks like it was called Something There.
Something There. And it was a very good film because I saw it. I did see it twice, let me tell you.
Yeah.
And Crowley, you were very, very good.
Well, thank you, Phil. I appreciate that. I enjoyed you as the corn cob. And shucked. See?
Oh, my gosh, Crowley, that's so funny. Was this your first appearance in the 48-hour?
It was indeed.
Your first appearance.
This was my hymen.
And you win the whole thing.
You bet.
Best picture. Best actor. What else did you guys pick?
Best editing.
Best editing.
Best ensemble. All because of me. All because of me.
Wow, you're like the big star now.
You bet I am.
You're like you're able to take over everything.
Orange and in charge.
What else you been doing, Crowley?
Mostly slant rhymes.
Okay.
Never mind. Play back the tape. That was funny. Yep.
Oh my gosh. And let me ask you this. What about your creator? What did we do with him?
Oh, who cares?
We don't care about him?
No.
We're not even going to talk to him today?
Forget him.
Oh, we
don't need him.
We do need to talk to him at some point.
Humbug.
We need to interview him at some point.
All right, whatever.
Oh, I'm not saying we need to do it right this second.
Well.
So I know. Let me go back a little bit to the 48. We've been involved in the 48. I know I've done it 5 years. I know, and we'll talk about it a little more with the person that
the glasses guy.
The glasses guy. That's right.
Yeah.
The other guy. The other guy. We'll talk a little more about that. But let's talk about your appearance on there.
Yeah.
The film was outstanding. How long was the film?
Now. What's that?
How long was the film? Tell us about the film.
Oh, well, I mean, the film, 48s, they can't be too long.
It
right?
was about 8 minutes long.
Something like that. Too short to suck.
And in in that 8 minutes, you stole everyone's heart.
Oh,
The big orange guy.
yeah.
He stole everyone's heart, and it was just an outstanding film. So tell us a little bit about what you did in that film while we're here.
Can you compliment me a little bit more first, please?
I love the color,
There it is.
and I like the pink. Is that like pink, purple? What's the color on the top of your head?
It's whatever you want it to be, my friend.
And those big old eyeballs.
Oh, yeah.
I think it's just you're just a good looking
Oh,
crowd.
thank you, my friend. You're pretty swell yourself.
You're a good looking crowd. Well, I gotta say, I think it's the only way I'm going to get my show back.
Oh, well, I suppose I should give you your show back, huh?
You should at
All
some
right.
point. But before we go,
Yeah,
and we talk to the guy with the
with the glasses.
glasses.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about the film. It was a little bit of a heart tugger, wasn't it?
Yeah, a little bit of a heart tugger.
And I noticed that you were a big part of the film, but so was the guy with the glasses.
Yeah.
He was in it.
Yeah, it was kind of a little bit of a story about him. You know, I was his favorite character on a little television show called Nursery Nook. Kind of like the show that you guys have here, Sesame Street. And he gets to perform me, and he falls in love with someone who kind of walks him around our amusement park. Mm-hmm.
And you're the big amusement park character.
You know I am.
It's the big orange Crowley.
Big Orange Crowley.
And are you going to give me my show back?
Yeah, I guess I can.
I just love having you here, though.
Oh, I love having you.
Hey.
Hey.
High five. So, we're here. We tee it up. Cindy and I are here.
Yeah, we're here.
We got hijacked by Crawley, the big orange guy. Cindy, you missed it. I walked in and
Unbelievable.
and this big orange creature
Try to take over.
sitting right here in the chair.
In your chair.
In your chair, my chair.
No, in his chair right here.
Okay, as long as it wasn't my chair.
And then he starts interviewing me. So
What?
now we have the guy with the glasses here. Cam Garrity. Cam, welcome to Tee It Up with Phil
Welcome,
and Cindy.
Cam.
Thank you. Happy New Year. It's so good to be here.
You're our first show of the year, Cindy,
Yeah,
by the
that's
way.
right. Yeah.
This is our first show
Yes,
of
Happy New Year to you too.
2026. So Cam is a puppeteer, writer, and filmmaker, best known for his many puppetry collaborations with Adam Kreutinger. With over a decade of professional experience, Cam has worked both in front of and behind the camera on numerous short films, internet videos, and commercials, notably as writer-director of the 48-hour film projects here in Buffalo that we
Yes.
have been a big part of too.
Yep.
Under the team named 38 Gigabytes.
Yep.
We do not like 38 Gigabytes. They're a tough
No,
team.
they're
really a tough team
They
to
are the
beat.
best
And
team.
they're a team to beat. We're going to talk about 38
I don't know
Gigabytes.
about that.
He's also the Associate Director of Branding and Design at Daemen University and a member of the pro roster of the Buffalo Comedy Collective.
Wow.
Cam, we're
Oh
glad
my
to see you. We finally
gosh.
got you on.
So good to be here. Thank you guys. This is
Thank you
great.
for
This is
coming.
super
We've been
exciting.
waiting, right?
Oh, me
We
too.
have
We've been
me
waiting
too.
for this.
And now that we have seen the big guy,
Yeah.
and I got to tell you, he took over everything here at this
Terrible.
show. Wow, it was a little bit, a little shocking to walk in and see this big orange creature here.
Cam,
Yeah.
how did you get into that?
I've been
What
broken for a long time.
Sure.
Cindy.
So it's like when you were a kid, did you
Yeah.
like
No, it
puppet
was-
shows and
It was all of that. I had, all my toys growing up were Sesame Street and the Muppets, and so it was action figures, it was play sets, and it was puppets.
Yeah, wow.
And it was puppets, and I had a whole host of VHS tapes, obviously that I watched all the time, like every kid did, and it was other things too, Disney movies and Mr. Rogers and Barney and all that. But there was something in particular about not just the world of Jim Henson, but specifically for me was Sesame Street. It was
Yeah.
just such a focus. And growing up, I had these two documentaries that were really formative, and I would watch. One I got when I was 4 years old, and it was a PBS Great Performances documentary that was like here's the life of Jim Henson.
Wow.
And so it was Maurice Sendak and Francis Ford Coppola and Frank Oz all talking about behind the scenes, but it was like you'd see a scene from one of the movies or shows that you really loved, and then they'd pull back the camera,
yeah.
and you saw everyone performing under it, and you saw here's the guy inside Big Bird
Yeah.
and the little chest monitor that he wears and all this stuff, and seeing that was just as cool to me as the shows were enjoyable and entertaining and fun. So to me, there was no question. Like, it was just there was like an animal magnetism to learning about it and to eating it up. And you could ask me to list off all the countries in the world, and I'd
Yeah.
never be able to
Right,
do it.
right.
But I could tell you just
Yeah.
about any Muppet fact that's ever come
It's
into my
funny
brain.
because, like, most kids, if they
Mhm.
watched at that young age a documentary like that, they might be like crushed, but it
Yeah.
went the opposite way
It
for
did.
you. That inspired
Yeah.
actually you, right?
Totally. Yeah, no, I kind of joke like, yeah, there was never a like Santa isn't real moment
Exactly.
about any of
Wow.
it. Yeah,
Well, you really do bring the characters to life.
I appreciate that.
We're going to talk about the 48, but I wanted
Yeah.
to ask your education and training.
Mhm.
I know you've gone to Daemen University.
Great
Yeah.
school.
Tell us a little bit about that and what you're working on right now at the university. You're working on.
Yeah, so I went to Daemen for my undergrad in graphic design, and I graduated there in 2013 because everyone needs the day job, and it was a good way of being a commercial artist. I've worked in-house as a graphic designer at Canisius High School. I was at the Diocese of Buffalo for a while. I've been at Daemen now. It'll be 6 years in a couple weeks, which has been great. Obviously, it's a home away from home for me. They've been tremendously generous in allowing us space we film a lot of our 48s there.
Oh, wow.
Adam-
Nice.
Yeah. Adam and I
Perk.
have done absolutely. Adam and I have done we did a couple gallery shows of his and his puppets over the years,
Mhm.
and just a wonderful, wonderful place. And now another perk of going there is that you get to attend classes, at little to no cost. So I've been part of their graduate program in leadership and innovation, and I'm in my last class for that. I'll be done at the end
Wow.
of February. Yeah.
Congratulations.
That's
So get
wonderful.
to add the MS at the end of the
Yeah.
name.
That's
So-
important. Yeah.
What is the Eugene O'Neill Theater Center?
So
Tell
the
us
Eugene
about that.
O'Neill Theater Center, that is, in terms of puppetry, it is very much my artistic home. It's this wonderful, really educational center, retreat center. It's this beautiful, picturesque spot out in Waterford, Connecticut, right on the ocean, and it's this theater retreat place. And they do throughout their summer, they do the National Playwrights Festival, the National Music Theater Festival, cabaret, all these different things where titans of the industry go to workshop shows. Lin-Manuel Miranda worked on In the Heights there. The musical Avenue Q with Rick Lyon and Bobby Lopez and all those people was devised at the Eugene O'Neill Theater Center. And for about the length of the center's history, they've had a relationship with the Jim Henson company, Jim Henson specifically and his family, and they've had the National Puppetry Conference there for this will be, I think, their 36th year, and I've been very fortunate to have been a part of that. And both Adam and I have both attended that, and you really learn a lot. It's similar in spirit to the camaraderie and the community that we have with the 48. I really feel that
Yeah.
same, when everyone's together
Yeah.
at the Seneca One or at the North Park or wherever we're all gathering and
Yeah.
everyone's just trading ideas. It's a very similar experience. And we're up from, 9 in the morning until 10 o'clock at night working on puppet shows and devising our own stuff. And I've been there 12 times in the last 15 years, and it's just
That's
a
wonderful.
tremendous experience. Yeah.
That's wonderful.
Yeah.
I wanted to ask you. You create your own characters, but
Mhm.
I've also seen you do. I just saw a Christmas show you did,
Yes.
and you did that at the Buffalo Comedy Collective, who
Mhm.
we hope to have on
Right.
our show
Yes.
coming
Yes.
up
Yeah.
very soon. But I saw that Christmas show, and I wanted you to talk about a little bit about that. It was a Sesame Street Christmas, right?
Yeah, it was.
I don't know if that's the exact title of the film.
So the special is called Muppet Family Christmas, and so if anyone
Muppet Family.
a Muppet
Christmas.
Family Christmas, yeah, and it's a wonderful Christmas special from, I always get the year wrong, but I think it's like 1987 or something like that, and it was this wonderful coming together of all of the character properties that Jim Henson had sort of built his empire on. So it was the Muppet Show characters, the Sesame Street characters, and the Fraggle Rock characters. And they all come together to Fozzie's mom's farmhouse, and they celebrate Christmas together.
Yeah.
And all, the hilarity ensues and all that. But it's such a tight script. And we were going to be doing a different Christmas show, and life and logistics happened with the person who was directing and producing that. And there was a group of us who were like, oh man, we really wanted to do a fun Christmas show at BCC. And I said, well, I asked Scott, who runs the place, I said, hey, could we do like a reading of Muppet Family Christmas? And he was like, yeah, sure. We've got the time for it. And very quickly, we produced that show in less than 4 weeks, and just got all some old friends of mine, some people who do BCC with us in comedy sports, and I cast the show, and we all read as the different characters. I played Kermit and Big Bird, and
But you did it. The way you guys did it, they did it.
It was like a
as-
stage
It was
reading,
a stage
so-
reading, but you weren't dressed as the characters. You had little
No, yeah,
things that
some
indicated the
signifiers.
characters.
yes.
And then you had a live music. You had
Yes. Griffin
the-
Brady and
tell
the
us who
Sly
you had.
Boots. Yeah, it was Griffin, and then I'm going to forget their names. It was Joe Belanti and Cameron Griffin. Yes.
putting you on the spot.
Yeah, exactly. They were. I've known Griffin for a while now. I had met Cam and Joe through this experience, and but I said to Griffin, I said, hey, we're putting this thing together. Are you guys interested in helping us with some music? I didn't even know what I was asking for. Practically, I'm so
Yeah.
not a music guy, and he
It
was like,
was
yeah,
a lot.
we could do something, and they really elevated it to a whole other thing. I don't know how we would have done the show that we did without them, but between the drums, the percussion, and all the extra things, it really
The
like upped the
sounds,
level.
right.
It was such a fun show, and that I'd never seen that theater so packed with people, both on stage and in the audience, and it was an absolute blast. I hope we do it every
It
year.
was a fun night, and I'm sure we have some pictures that you.
Yes,
Hopefully,
I
you've
could
sent
definitely
us.
get it to you.
But you had to see it, Cindy.
Yeah.
They did it as
I know you talked about how great it was.
They did the Muppet stage reading, but on the monitor they
Mhm.
actually had the film.
Yeah, because
that was
there's so
on,
many
too.
characters in the
So you
in
could
the whole
you
thing.
could see how
so-
it all fit together,
Yeah,
and it was really well done. I had an
appreciate that.
That's
absolute
great.
wonderful time. And is that going to be like maybe a holiday like staple over at the BCC?
I hope so. I mean, it's December is a long way away,
Yeah,
but
No
I mean,
commitments.
and here's the thing: is that that was a lot of work for a one-time only.
We're available to
performance,
read,
right?
by the way.
Yeah.
Kim.
Yeah.
By the way, if somebody drops off,
You got it. But yeah, we would love to be able to do it, and I think there's a world in which we could probably schedule three or more performances. That
I think
multiple people.
if
could.
you had that on the night you had it, and then
Mhm.
maybe a Saturday matinee,
yeah,
it was just wonderful the way, and it's not just a kids show. I really
No.
enjoyed it. The adults really enjoyed it, but there were kids and they were there too, and everybody just
probably
seemed to have
loved it,
such
yeah.
a fun time with it,
yeah.
and it was a really good time.
Well, and I think that's the real charm and what I love about the Muppets, and what's so often mistaken about that cast of characters specifically, is that it's not for kids. It's not not for kids,
Right.
but it you know, they were all those shows were it was adult people making a show that they wanted to watch. And you know, in the case of Sesame Street, they had an educational curriculum that they
Yeah.
had to hit as well. But you know, you could hold up a great Bert and Ernie bit against you know, Laurel
Oh
and
my
Hardy
God,
any
yes.
day, and you know, Frank Oz and Jim Henson are going toe to toe with the best of them.
That's absolutely. It was wonderful to see you guys perform.
I appreciate that.
How do you come up with your characters?
So it's
Like, do you have a favorite too?
well, so you know, of the characters that we do, they're often very project specific.
Yeah.
So you know, a character like Crowley, you know, so far has only existed for that short film that
Oh,
you
really?
guys saw.
So who
Yeah.
makes the costume as well? Do you design that?
Yeah,
too?
so that character was something that I designed in about November of 2024, and I had built it. I thought what originally we thought we were going to do with it was use it for you guys know the 4 Points
Yes.
Yeah.
film
I've done a
competition,
Right.
sort of a cousin to
Yeah.
the 48, and we were going to do it for that. I kind of had the idea. I was like, I just want Big Bird's my favorite Muppet character
Yeah.
of all time. And so I just have always wanted to have this big, full-bodied character. You don't see the puppeteer. You know, your arms up here. It's this big presence. And so I worked with this incredible puppet builder I know, Richard Michael Gomez. And he did his best in the very short amount of time that he had to put it together. And he sent it to me, and
Wow.
we both admitted like it just wasn't ready for prime time back in that November film shoot. So we kind of said, oh, we'll save it for something else. And I had some time, so I kind of finished the build. There were some, you know, technical tweaks, especially on the inside, that we needed to address. So there's a bunch of a series of hoops, like if you think of a wedding dress,
Yeah.
that kind of gives the character form, and it needed a bunch of those so that you kind of hide the silhouette of the puppeteer who's inside of it. And so workshopped the so here's how like janky because I can't see out of that thing, like with the bit
Right.
that we did at the
I didn't want to say that we did anything.
Oh,
Well,
so you can't see
that's
it
just
all when
Crowley.
you were moving through.
well,
the...
so here's the thing.
I hate. First of all, I hate to pull the curtain back.
No, that's okay. Here's the thing. Because I was raised on these documentaries, and because I was also Mr. Rogers did the same thing all the time. He would pull out his puppets and explain how they did the neighborhood of make believe and all that kind of stuff. So to me, it's just as interesting. So
It
like
is very interesting.
but what we do is, because I can't see out of that, some walk around characters. Like if you see Big Bird at an amusement park,
Yeah.
he's usually wearing a necktie, and again, not to ruin the magic, but the tie is made out of a special kind of foam, stereo foam, that you could see out of. So they have that whole, vertical line to kind
Right.
of see out of
Mhm.
and see the world. Crowley does not have that, so I had a little monitor that is made to go on the back of an influencer's cell phone. It mirrors your iPhone,
Wow.
so that you could use the good cameras on your cell phone and you could see your reflection. And so what I did is that I took that little monitor that was connected to my cell phone. I put my cell phone in front of a monitor that was giving, you know, playback for the directors and stuff in Video Village, and then I strapped that little TV to my chest with a belt.
Oh, so you could see.
And so I was seeing exactly, because that's how puppeteers work. We're using little monitors that we have on the floor with us, so we know exactly where that puppet is looking, so the eye line is right, so that we're trading off props and doing all those things correctly.
Wow.
And so I would do the same thing inside the suit. But when you do that, you're also like walking through a space
Right.
is a whole different thing because everything's backwards.
I was going to ask, yeah, you're looking at it kind of
Yeah,
in
because
a
like
reverse
if you're
situation.
looking at this right now, when you sorry, there's
Right.
a playback monitor
left
here.
is right,
Right.
Left
is
is
left.
left.
And, right.
Yes, and so you're not only dealing with that, which I'm relatively used to doing the puppet stuff, but also there's like no depth perception really when you're walking through a space. Because if I'm just like laying on the floor with the normal hand puppet, I could maybe go like 6 inches
yeah.
forward or back or
Right.
whatever. So I was actually on vacation with my family the 2 weeks before the 48 filmmaking weekend. I brought Crowley because I still had some sewing to do, but I also was practicing with the monitor setup. I set up like ottomans and chairs. It was like this little beach house.
Like an obstacle course.
An obstacle course,
Yeah.
and I would
Yeah.
just walk it very slowly,
Oh, Crowley's an
literally
Olympian.
getting my sea legs to make sure, like, okay, if I need to sit down, here's what I would do. If I need to walk around and maneuver
Yeah.
an object, because I'm doing all this, we don't know what the story is going to be of the movie yet, right? Because it's a
Right,
48.
right. You don't know.
Were you going to use Crowley regardless, no matter what?
Pretty much.
Okay, so
Yeah.
you knew, hey, listen, we're going to use this and I'm going to work around it.
Yeah, typically, and so our process for the 48 that we've been doing the whole time as 38 gigabytes is that I try to come up with, I call them genre-proof story
Yeah.
kernels,
Yeah.
and the idea is just like I don't come up with the thing, but I try to think of a scenario because we usually know what puppet we're going to use going into the weekend
Right,
in case
yeah.
we need to get it ready and stuff. So I kind of say like, okay, so there's this monster. What is it and what is it in relation to the actors we kind of have lined up?
Yeah.
The first time we did it, it was if you guys saw Munchie's Fresh Start, which was about a cereal mascot. I thought, well, what's the life of a cereal mascot when they're not on the box, right? And then so that's kind of your genre-proof kernel that
Right.
if they give you drama or fish out of water
right.
or whatever. And so the thing for this was because I volunteer as I do character visits as Big Bird for Oshai Children's Hospital,
Oh, wow.
which is so much fun.
Yeah.
And but what's funny, I get dressed as the bird in the parking garage at Oshai. And the person who from the child life staff who walks me around and introduces me out to all the kids has never seen my face. And I just
Oh,
thought, like,
that's-
what a crazy concept.
That's how you came up with the.
That's how I came up with this notion of the, unrequited love. The person who walks me around is a very nice person. I
Yeah.
did not catch feelings for
Yes,
them.
yeah.
But I just thought it's so funny that if I see this person in the grocery store,
Right.
I
they're
would
not
know
gonna-
them.
but
I
they
could
would
strike
know
up a
you,
con-
right.
They'd have no
Yeah.
idea.
Oh,
And I
that
could
is
say,
so
hey,
That,
I'm
but so that's where the concept of this your
so that was
storyline
that was
came-
the story kernel, and we were joking about the idea of like, well, that's a really funny drama. That's
Yeah.
a funny horror movie.
It could
like
be-
it could,
it could go
you could
anyway.
take that all these different
Yeah.
ways, and I was also very hesitant to do anything. Puppeteers are often the butt of jokes in movies and television
Yeah.
because all people really think they know about it is like, oh, they put their hands up puppets or dolls' butts.
Right.
Like that's what they think the joke is, and it's like it's so much more
Yeah,
than that. You
yeah.
guys have interacted with the characters
Yeah.
and the kind of alchemy that happens, and there's something so special there. So I was really hoping that we would get some kind of genre where we could make it as heartfelt and as touching as the true intentions
Yeah.
behind us.
It was it
puppeteers
was
in general.
unbelievable.
So-
Yeah.
And we're gonna put that link up, hopefully,
Yeah,
for
that they can go to
everybody
your,
Oh, yeah,
your,
to
absolutely.
your
watch
film and
because
stuff.
it was such. I know I walked away and I told Phil, it was so realistic.
winner,
It
winner,
was
chicken
comical,
dinner.
but then it had like the sad part too. Like,
Mhm.
oh, this poor guy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it just had a little bit of everything in it, and
Yeah.
it was, to me, it was like a big screen movie.
it was
you know
a
what I
really,
mean? Like you would
really
see that
well
in
done
an
film.
actual theater on TV. Like I was just so blown away by that. It was just it was really unbelievable.
I
So
appreciate that.
you picked up. I had to ask Crawley this question.
Yeah.
Oh.
But I need to ask you the question, the guy with the glasses.
Yes.
Because Crawley, he's the big star.
He is
really
the big
said,
star.
he
He
told
is.
me he really didn't do that much.
I didn't.
No, you know, it was all him. So, and Crowley, like, he took a lot of, you know, praise.
Mm-hmm.
I told him how good he looked
He does
and
that.
things like
oh, yeah.
that.
He loves
And
that.
he ate that right up. You
But
should
the
see.
quality of the puppet alone, as you call him a puppet, right?
Wow.
Okay, the quality is just unbelievable. It is like a Sesame Street
It is.
character.
So
I mean, it's crazy.
the film
Mhm.
picked up how many awards?
Oh gosh, I don't.
I
don't
know it
know
picked
the
up
lot.
Best
It
editing,
was we
best film,
best editing,
and-
best film,
Yeah.
best actor.
best actor,
Ooh.
best acting ensemble.
Best
Gotta
acting
give,
ensemble.
Gotta give my
Which
my
was
whole team credit.
amazing.
And you did.
Yeah.
You have a great ensemble. Yeah,
Great
we have
ensemble.
such a
really
great group of
team.
Yeah.
people.
It's a good team.
It's a
and
a
that's
great
the-
phenomenal team.
And that's key to the 48.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't want to say we have a good team. Too.
You
We have a really
you
good team.
definitely do.
We have a
Yeah.
good team. But
I
it's
think-
key to the 48.
Yeah.
It
to have
is.
a good team.
It is.
Yes.
And you
We have a very
definitely
good
have
team.
that.
Because I'm sure you guys. How many 48s have you guys done?
We've done just with
Two
this
together?
team. No, well,
Two?
three really, but we did it with Sean Patrick Green.
Oh,
the three of us were
okay, yeah, and then two.
most
Okay.
of our team was together,
Three.
and then we added a couple more, and we've done. Now it's three.
Right, right.
Okay.
Three together.
Three.
Okay.
Yeah.
But you've done enough and you've seen it enough to
Oh,
know
yeah.
that like sometimes you just don't have a good year.
Yeah.
Like sometimes you're just like, I
We
don't know
had-
how I
we had
feel
a
about
pretty
that.
good. We had seven nominations,
Yeah,
seven
something
this
like
year,
that,
8 last
yeah.
year. But
Yeah.
we were,
Yeah.
but the competition, and I think you see this is, it just gets better and better and
Better.
better.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, and where I was going with the saying like, oh, sometimes you have it, sometimes you don't, is like even if you have you're not super thrilled with your final product at the end of it,
Yeah.
you want to be able to walk away from it and say like, well, I had a really great weekend with my friends, and like we
Yeah.
tried something, whether it worked or it didn't.
Exactly,
Like,
yeah.
wow, did we challenge
Mhm.
Yeah.
ourselves, and we did something that we couldn't have done the year before,
Right.
Right.
and that's always.
But
our
either
goal.
way, you had a good time because you're with
Yeah.
a group of people.
So
I get that.
you guys have won the 48, the Buffalo 48 Film Project.
Yep.
48-hour film project. Where do you go from here?
So the film now goes to Filmapalooza in Portugal in March.
Is this the second film festival it'll be in, other than the 48, or have you put it in other ones?
So I haven't put it in other ones yet.
But you can,
I
right?
can. I can if we want to, and
Even though people have seen it,
Mhm.
like we've seen. Okay.
Mhm.
Yep.
Yeah.
And so all the films that win their respective cities for the 48
Yeah.
go on to Filmapalooza.
And when
um,
is this?
This is in the end of March.
So
I
it's
believe.
automatically submitted, or you submit
It's
it?
automatically.
automatically-
It goes and it competes, and then so all of the city best ofs compete and duke it out again, and then
All over the United States, from the U.S. or
All
just
over
from
the
your?
all over the
Oh,
world.
all
It's
over
an
the world.
It's an
Global.
international.
Oh,
Yeah,
It goes
Shit.
global now.
I have
It's
high
in-
hopes.
we'll see.
Yeah.
And are you going?
I am not going to be able to make it. Just life and finances and all
I got
sorts
to
of
believe
things.
that's got to be huge.
Wait, now where is this
It's
at?
in Lisbon, Portugal.
Oh, well,
So it's.
Phil, how you got
Well,
that?
I
We're
will
gonna
tell you-
get
I will
married.
say a couple of our teammates are
yeah,
going.
people have
Really?
gone. I
And
know
Jordan
people that have
Lima is
gone.
going to be
Jordan's
going.
gonna go. Yeah.
So there will be some representation there, which will be great.
Yeah.
And if it goes to Cannes, maybe I'll.
You'll find a way to go.
Yeah,
You'll find a way.
exactly.
Wow.
We'll do a
Um,
GoFundMe
Well,
or
we'll do a
something.
fundraiser for you,
We'll
Cam.
do something for you, Cam, to get you there. My
Holy
goodness.
moly.
No, I
Holy.
appreciate it, but and some years it's in other, it's in the United
I remember
States,
it's been
so.
in Seattle. It's been out in LA and things like that.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
it's
It
all
pops
over the
around.
place. Yeah.
So we can just keep up on that when after March.
Mhm.
I'm sure if you guys
Right.
do well, you'll put that out there.
We'll find out
Hopefully,
something.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it was that good. It was that good.
It's very good. I wanted to talk about a few of these other things. You
Yeah.
mentioned Oak Shy, that you
Mhm.
go there and you work with in the children's hospital there.
Yeah.
What else do you do with with your group, or just you? Do you go anywhere else to do any other performances
So-
outside of?
Yeah,
things like
I
that?
do all sorts of other things, and you mentioned Adam at the top of the show. This has kind of been a transition year for us. He was diagnosed in 2022 or 3. I've lost track of time
Yeah.
now with with stage 3 that then turned into stage 4 brain cancer. He
Yeah.
passed away just about a year ago.
Yeah.
So, getting used to that new working relationship and how we're doing things has definitely been a challenge, and we want to respect his work and his art, and he would want us to keep moving and keep going
Yeah.
forward, and he would have been thrilled that we did this with something there.
He would have been absolutely thrilled to see this.
And we're doing more live puppetry experiences at Buffalo Comedy Collective. We've got a show coming up at some point in February. Check the website. But at Buffalo Comedy Collective, we do these puppet cabarets. It's called Bopper Do, which was a phrase that Adam came up with. But it's they're these short little weird puppet segments, and some of them are very adult, some of them are very silly, some of them it goes all over the place. It's this grab bag of experimental puppetry. We did one back in October, and we're going to be doing another one. Hopefully it'll be sort of a quarterly thing as I continue to partner up with BCC, and a lot of the 38 Gigabyte friends are in that. And we're also my big thing that I'm going to be doing now is that's probably not on that what I sent you, but a short film that we did 2 or 3 years ago now for the 48 was called The Handoff, and it was all about a Sesame Street like television show whose creator has died, and they don't know who's going to take over as the Elmo, Miss Piggy, Kermit like character.
Right.
And so there's like potentially up to 3 puppeteers who could be right, could be wrong for that role. And so Olivia was my co-star, and she also wrote and directed and edited something there in a bunch of our films with me. And she and I meet every week now, and we're working on expanding that, because I would love to write and produce a full-length version of The Handoff.
Well, that is
So
just
you're-
absolutely
that's-
wonderful.
You're working on that now,
Mm-hmm.
and then you're just looking for the right.
Yeah,
People
gotta get the script together and all
Yeah,
that. But then
yeah.
we'll be looking to how can we partner with, Buffalo filmmakers. I'd love to get the O'Neill Center involved, because that kind of is a character into itself in the larger story. And yeah,
Wow.
some good.
You got a
good
lot
things
going
coming.
on.
There's a lot cooking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. Good for you.
Well, let me just say thank you for
Oh my
coming
gosh.
to
Oh my
tee it
gosh,
up
so
with
much.
Phil and Cindy.
Absolutely.
We're so happy to have you here. We
Tell
were waiting,
Crawley
right? Yeah.
he can come anytime.
Anytime.
You got it.
It just I don't
He
really
can sit in
appreciate him
Bill's seat.
hijacking the
Yeah.
show before we
Well,
got in. but
I'll teach him proper podcast etiquette.
it's okay.
for next
It's
time.
okay. It was fun to see him too.
Yeah.
It was wonderful to have you
Great
here.
way to start. the year,
Congratulations
Thank you,
to
guys.
38 Gigabytes.
Yeah.
To you as best actor. Your film
Yeah.
is absolutely outstanding. We're going to have clips, and we're going to have
Link.
the link. Thank
Yeah.
you, Cindy.
Yeah, that's what I'm here for.
Yeah.
Thank
Just
you,
to
Cindy.
say
The
that.
link so you can see Cam and 38 Gigabytes film. Thank you again.
Thank you,
That's our
Cam.
show
guys.
this
Yeah.
week on Teed Up with Phil and Cindy. First one of the year.
First one of the year.
Happy
Yep. Happy-
2026.
Yep,
Happy New Year, everybody.
2026.
Health, safe, and join us for our next show. We don't know. We got some really good guests
Yes,
coming up,
that's
Cindy.
right. Yep. Yep.
Thank you, everybody.